Hello, 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 hello. How are you today? December 15th, 2013. Not long to go in the year. Raised my voice a bit. Last video was a bit weak on the audio, so hopefully everything is set up okay today. When you see this turtleneck sweater on, you know it's winter, and the snow is out there, and I'm sure it's around Western civilization. Snowy and bloaty, it is winter, isn't it? We all figure out different ways to sort out the oil problem in our homes. My heart's with the old pensioners in the motherland. They have it rougher than anyone. They're given a pittance for survival, and the newcomers to the motherland are given everything, and the old-timers are passing away in their homes frozen to death. That's not an exaggeration. Check it out on Google. I feel tuned in. I'm not freezing to death, but I have to keep the heat, the oil way down, way down. Got to keep this building as the headquarters for the British People's League, etc., etc. So we have to keep the cost down. Come February, I may be asking for donations at that time when I feel I've really earned it. 5 days a week videos. 5 days a week. Expounding on what's going on. Until then, I do appreciate when you have linkages to the horrors that are going on, such as the circus down in South Africa recently, etc. I appreciate friends sending me material on that, but it just gets me very upset, the distortion of history. I've been hearing it for 50 years. I know some friends I'm looking at right now expect me to forward it on to others, but to be honest with you folks, I feel my job is to answer personal emails from our friends, British People's League friends, on not so much personal problems, I didn't mean it sound that way, but aspects of the challenge we have in keeping our race going before white people are extinct. Those of British stock especially. Our show is geared for those of British stock, calling all Britons around the globe. But when you have read on the internet some horror that's gone on, more rape, pillage against our peoples, send it on to fence sitters that you think you might nudge. And you know, if some of these fence sitters want to ask this Beattie guy a few questions, then give them the email. I encourage you. BritishCanada@gmail.com. BritishCanada@gmail.com. And I'll do the best I can to answer as best I can. We might be the little bit that just wins them over, eh? Wins them over to what, Beattie? What are you up to? Check out our previous videos. Previous videos give the whole score as to our past, present, and future. Not take much of your time. The average video runs about 18-19 minutes. Every topic considered. But the one thing missing is what I'm dwelling on a bit today. I don't want to frustrate my friends out there. It's not that I'm not paying attention to what's going on. Have faith, I know what's going on after 50 years at trying to warn our peoples. It's just I'd rather you send the linkages of information, educational material on that crap in South Africa and all of that to friends and relatives that might be fence sitting on this whole issue. And get them to check out the videos too. And let's get it clear again. This boy is not a megalomaniac. This boy is not narcissistic. Someone has to be the label on the bottle, the label on the ketchup bottle. John Beattie is International Director of the British People's League. I am merely the label. Someone else wants to take up the label and they can do a better job, then come on, bring it on, bring it on. Okay? I'm just doing a job I feel has to be done. Kind of cute too. We switched the schedule a wee bit one day because the last video was November 30th. So this morning the hits and visits soared again. because everyone thought the video would be on yesterday, but it's on today. We fooled you. 2 months is all we're doing until February. And the hits and visits, the prominent areas are still, even though British stock and our linkage with the motherland and our history and our British roots, but the main viewership is still coming from central East Ontario. Loyalist territory around Peterborough, of course, and eastern townships of Ontario, old United Empire loyalists. They're still out there. Might be getting old, some of them, but hey, there's some young who picked up the torch. We may not have thousands and thousands, but the hundreds of friends we have are tried and true. And then Western Canada is second on our list as to the most viewers, listeners to these videos. And thirdly are the Midlands in the motherland. I guess where multiculturalism is hurting the most, squeezing people out. Birmingham, Bradford in the motherland. Cities lost to the mud invasion. It's going to happen here in Canada soon too, folks. Stay tuned. Unless we can turn things around, and the only way we're going to turn things around is with people from the villages. The villages are still white, bright, and beautiful. Now the liberal whites in the villages are going to say, oh, we didn't do it deliberately. We left the city, more opportunity, or we've had a cottage up here for years, but come on, we all know the reason the small villages are surviving is because of white flight. A lot of the new Canadians don't seem to like black flies, mosquitoes, and black bears. There are 3 buddies. They keep the city folk away, don't they? Except for the long-term cottagers who, well, they helped carve out this area, didn't they? These cottagers come up here who've come up to the towns and villages in cottage country a lot longer than a lot of people who live here in central East Ontario. But anyway, how's that affecting the United Kingdom, the British People's League? Well, I do enjoy a lot of emails from you folks who are subscribing to these videos. You know who you are, and I do appreciate it. I'm glancing at my new household mouse guard, kitty cat, 6 months, hoping he doesn't come in front of the screen. He hasn't destroyed the computer yet. As black as can be. I gave him a unique name. I don't know where I thought of it. I call him Sambo. He's watching outside at the thick snow. So let's get back to business here, Beattie. Are you really doing anything constructive? Well, as you know, we don't call ourselves an organization. We like to tie our people into our choir. We all sing from the same hymn sheet, the White People's Hymn Sheet, British People's League. Personally, I feel my job is to keep people in the choir, keep them enthused enough with the British People's League that they don't stray off from the choir. They stick with us. They sing our songs. We hate to see our songs have to turn into Ode to a Dying Race by that singer Saga, S-A-G-A. Check that out on Google. There are thousands who have passed through the doors, the gates, the telephones, the emails. Thousands of patriotic Britons of British stock around the globe and ordinary white people. Thousands have passed through the doors. They haven't stuck around for one reason or another. Now, you who have the linkages that have upset you about the mud invasion, you can be proud when you send those links out there to fence sitters. Where I feel proud, I feel my job is to keep people in the choir and bring back the strays. The hundreds of thousands over the years, over the last 50 years, who have strayed in and out of patriotic organizations in the motherland, especially the motherland. There haven't been that many patriotic organizations here in Canada, period, end of story. We've got to bring them back into the fold. They already know the score. There is no time left to educate neutral Mary, neutral George, neutral Harry. The time is to get those people in who are leaning our way, who have been educated with their own eyeballs. They didn't need a lecture. They didn't need a video. They didn't need a newscast. They see what's going on with their own eyes. Working people in downtown Toronto who board the TTC and see themselves surrounded. Only white people on a bus or a subway system, or the tram in the motherland. They don't need educating. They see it every day when they go to work Monday to Friday, surrounded by the mud invasion. They hear it all day at work, in the lunchrooms. Rather than educate, we've got to reach people to link up with us, keep our situation, the British People's League, keep our situation smooth, intelligent, downright common sense, inviting, responsible, with an eye to the immediate future. What's the immediate future? Well, if we don't get rolling with the van plan, the van plan's still there, still viable. I'm still here. New viewers, curious about the van plan, then check into the video on the van plan. These videos started last January 2012. We've covered every topic we can conceivably think of at this time. There's a video on the van plan itself. So check it out. Be on our homepage, BritishPeoplesLeague.com, and scroll on down the videos. There's not that many. Well, I guess it's getting close to 24, 2 a month. It's important that you check out our history. And if you're still curious, sure, send an email, britishcanada@gmail.com. If I sound a little louder today, well, I'm purposely raising the voice. The video that went out last week was the first 2 weeks ago, November 30th. The audio was way down as I sent out to the blind list and notice that effect. So I certainly hope there's not a repeat today of a softened audio. We've done the best we can to check out the situation here. We have an excellent webmaster, but unfortunately the person is miles away, and I need someone as a sit-in. Well, here's the black cat. He's just dying to get over here and screw up the show. Sambo, be good. But yes, the local video guy, charges about $40 an hour. And I'll have to get him in soon to just double check a lot here. I get instructions from our excellent web person who's miles away. But I'm not a technocrat, and it's very frustrating trying to interpret what I'm supposed to do. Okay, you didn't tune in to hear Beattie crying, but I got to share it with you. As you know, well-known white racists don't have that many visible friends walking down the streets with them. If you have one on your block, great. That's the one you should be working on. We're looking for very devoted people. We're looking for people who will spend more time with their white patriotic of British stock. Spend more time with them than perhaps you do with your own family? Whores. Well, somebody's got to work on the fence leaners. Somebody's got to work on them. It's you. You've got to work on the fence sitters. Again, if you think I can assist, then by all means get them to email me. And I'll take the time to answer them in great detail. That's what I spend a lot of my time doing now, since the day job has wound down officially December 20th. But my last activity was on Friday. I've got a lot of paperwork still to fiddle with, but that'll be taken care of in January, and then February full-time for our cause. So how are you doing out there? You've tried at work, and you don't want to be called a racist at work. Well, try after work. You have to watch for the right person to preach to, of course. But as far as the public being complete dummies, I don't agree. I'd rather go along with the philosophy of my old Dutch landlord, Van der Wint, during my university days. Heinrich Van der Wint, 15 Admiral Road, Toronto. And as he said, a lot of people use the excuse that everybody's a dummy out there so they don't have to do much. Well, your conscience is bothering you, the very fact that you're watching these videos. Now, those who are doing a lot for the cause, for the white man's cause, don't have a problem. There's no conscience factor. Your conscience is clear. But those who are in the twilight zone, you could do more. Do more. The feeling it gives you. Besides which, as we all know, our race is in trouble. Those of British stock, especially the motherland, is being swamped, whether it's Bradford, the Midlands, Birmingham, you name it. I can't sit here and scream and yell. It's up to you folks to do as much as you can. And I know some of you are saying, John, I'm doing all I can. Well, that's great. That's great. I'm just trying to nudge those that could do a little bit more. And I know the weapons the opposition's used against us, you know, racist, white racist, the whole bit. Just ignore it. And of course, you can't commit economic suicide. You can't get fired from your job or whatever. But there must be ways that affect you in your own neighborhood. There must be ways that you can get things done. Even if it's putting a legal poster. Say you reprinted a poster from the National Front in the United Kingdom and put it up in your local bulletin board. You don't need to stand there with a drum announcing you're going to pin up a leaflet. You're just reading a few cards on the local bulletin board, and then you slip up the leaflet and you're gone. There are many ways that you can do things that are helpful. You never know who's going to see that leaflet. And likewise with these videos. Please, I ask you, help spread these videos. Do a link on these videos. Spread them to your friends who don't know about us. And it's up to you to get us known. Again, my time is spent, the majority of it, answering good, solid emails, good discussions back and forth about the motherland, those of British stock around the globe. And yes, and we have a few fine Americans who are British Americans, and they're in touch regularly as well. So believe me, I fill my time meaningful, with meaning. And I hope you do the same for our cause. Oh, by the way, I should show you where dear Hazel passed away. Great big Union Jack sewed on the old. I asked some people at Candor, I remember last winter, where this type of Guernsey, I believe, and the Cruel Sea. I remember seeing it worn in that movie, The Cruel Sea. Hawkins, I think it was Jack Hawkins or something. But anyway, I was quite impressed with the sweater, so it's keeping the expenses down here. I know I'm rambling, or as the opposition likes to say, the ramblings of a paranoid deadhead, whatever. They tried their smears. When we used to keep the comment section open on the videos. We don't keep the comment section open. I could care less what they say, but I haven't got time to read all the BS from the opposition. We know how they feel. And I know how you feel because you're tuned in. And as I say, it's great when I check the statistics as to visitors and viewers, especially when I'm a different day than might be expected because the views and hits soar. So the videos are missed when they're not up the day they expect them. Okay. So that's about it for today. Very casual chit-chat. This may be the last show before Christmas, so have a very Merry Christmas sincerely to all of you and our friends. I've enjoyed doing these videos, and I hope you enjoy them. So that's it for now, and we'll talk at you one more show during December. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye for now.